they say the game just means more. There's only one game considered the Deep South's oldest rivalry. From black jersey debuts to prayers at Jordan Hare, this matchup has had it all. A live look between the hedges. Sanford Stadium in Athens. It's the Auburn Tigers and the Georgia Bulldogs. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Anytime you step between the hedges at Sanford Stadium, you know you are on hallowed ground in college football. This is one of the best places you'll ever watch a college football game. The red and the black, the dogs, even the Uggas are buried in the stadium. This is one of the most iconic spots in all of college football. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Guys, only Minnesota and Wisconsin have played more often than Auburn and Georgia. This rivalry is rich in tradition.
And you're right, Reese. This goes back to 8.
He'll take the deep shot. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Complete to the left. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. And the Dogs come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll run it on the counter. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Hard-hitting tackle.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early.
And that's kind of a double whammy for this offense, because on their opening drive, not only did they turn it over with the interception, but they've now set their defense up in a really tough spot deep in their own end.
Here's a give to Washington.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. On the run, it's Ncaa. Finding some room. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. The Tigers want to pick up the tempo. In the red area, it's Ncaa. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. They'll try to snap it quickly. The run up the middle, looking for the score. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Auburn. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And he tacked on the extra point. And he's not going to take the... And the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Very rarely do you have a play on defense where you've got 30 yards head of steam built up to come make a collision. On kickoff and kickoff return you do, and a lot of times you see big sticks and fumbles happen as a result.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And he's in. Touchdown, Tigers.
Same play over and over again.
And he's in for his second touchdown, man. He knows what to do when he gets down here. He knows how to get in the end zone, and I love when you can run the football as you get closer to that goal line. Be the more physical team, and they're doing just that.
The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces. And it's supposed to go somewhere, and sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes it.
Got a little grass. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
Man, having a great back makes life so easy on your offense. It balances everybody out. It commits more guys to the box. And this guy all season long, he's in the top 10 in rushing for a reason. He's continued to make plays. You continue to trust him. This guy is a great running back.
Georgia comes quickly to the line. Here's a give to Frazier. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Now facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Finds his big tight end. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The Dogs will try to pick it up on 4th down. He might want another play. On 4th down, going to the air. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia.
There's really never any doubt with this guy. The coaching staff always talks about his leadership and his mental toughness. That was a bad interception on the opening drive, but he's able to turn the page and show you his short-term memory and just come out and stay aggressive, sling it around a little bit, and this offense is able to answer with a touchdown of their own.
And how nice is it if you're a coordinator to have a guy like that you can depend on? Like, he doesn't dwell on the one mistake. He doesn't let it turn into 2. A lot of times you can see that snowball effect, man. Just a nice bounce back for him individually and for this offense to put the early turnover behind him.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Spins away from the defender. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They'll run the option. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete. The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on third down. Brown will throw it. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Unleashes one. Finds a man on the right. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down. And more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
They'll go right back to the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. On the run, fires downfield. Got it on the outside. It's Nimrod. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Ncaa. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Calls his own number. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of the game.
To the air. It's Stockton. It's complete to the right.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They'll give to Frazier. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Nice job to get it past the sticks and then get him down at the 35. The Bulldogs will use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Might be changing the route. Wants to throw on first down. Looking left. Oh, sticks that big mid up there and grabs it. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45.
Watching film of this guy, one of the things that really stood out to me was his catch radius, how you just need to throw it somewhere near his body, and he can reel it in. How great was that one-handed stab? Just climbs the ladder. I thought for sure that thing was going to be falling incomplete, but he reels it in, and it's a massive first down for the offense.
Looking to fire. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Snags it. They will score. Touchdown, Bulldog.
Nice job putting the drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Brown wants to pass. Moving out to the right. On the move, he fires. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
And for a defense, it's not always about sacks, but sometimes it's about getting that quarterback off his spot where he feels very comfortable, and they get him flushed outside of the pocket. And good perimeter defense. He rolls to the right. Everybody's still covering their guys, moving across the field with the QB. Nowhere to go with the football.
Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football.
Remember, they missed a field goal on their last drive, but at the very least, they need to get back in field goal range here on third down. Throws to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. He wants to start this drive with a pass. He's going to let it go. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Just enough time for one final play of the half. He wants to change this route. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. We start with Baylor taking on the number 25 team, the TCU Horned Frogs. And it's the Bears with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. And there is still a lot of work to do on the season, but they get back to 2-4 in the standings. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Looking to throw on first down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here, when it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the play, the defense has been consistently winning in this football game.
Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. And the Tigers want to move quickly. Trying play action. Pressure coming. Sliding to his left. Throws to the tight end. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And that is one the quarterback is going to wish he had back. Receiver wide open, and he just threw it way too far out in front of him. He's never gotten into a rhythm, guys. This is one of the more talented guys in the entire country, and he's way under 50% completions in this game.
Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The Bulldogs offense is on the field and ready to get this drive cranked up. They dug themselves out of a 14-0 hole, and now a chance to take the lead on this drive. Turning it on! They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw. It's Stockton. Going over the top. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
And that's not a surprise. When a QB lines up and sees man-to-man coverage on his guy that runs so fast on the GPS that it's speeding in a school zone, like, this dude can absolutely roll. He sees man coverage, tries to take advantage of it. They don't execute on that play. But if you want to play that deep,
just plowing ahead. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver.
Maybe some room here. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10. He now has 115 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. And the Bulldogs getting set on 1st and 10. Quick release on the RPO. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Frazier again. Touchdown Bulldogs! And that one will give him the lead.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Coming out with it, it's Richardson. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Auburn's offense headed out to go on the attack. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Brown will throw it. Floating away. Hit as he throws. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. They'll go back to work on offense. Out of the gun here with Nate Frazier. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Frazier again. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Motion from the wideout. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Looking to the big tight end. Got a man in the middle. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. Georgia hunkers down in the red zone. Got enough space. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! The Dogs are starting to hunker down, and they are sinking their teeth into the Deep South's oldest rivalry.
And the red and black going crazy, the fans going nuts, and Georgia has dominated this rivalry of late. Auburn fans are sick and tired of the Dogs. Man, they got to do something about it.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Brown wants to pass. Dances away. Complete to the right. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
And a good solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. The Tigers moving quickly to the line. 2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. He's into the open down the middle. Touchdown, Bulldogs. The defense putting points on the board. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Really good awareness by the defense. I'm supposed to drop back. I'm supposed to see the quarterback. And when he throws it, they'll break on it, gets the tip, and then you get the pick. That's just gravy. That's just a cherry on top of the sundae. And then take it back to the house. Let's get weird. Nice play by the defense.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Motion from the back. On the option. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success. Brown will throw it. Bought a little time, lets it go. Just a little off. Incomplete. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Upstairs, he's got it. He's loose on the right. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Tigers. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
Well, you got to give the quarterback a lot of credit on that one, David. As soon as he recognized man coverage, there was no question where he was going to be looking. One of the fastest wide receivers in the game.
I was about to say, you credit the quarterback. It's his speed. You play him man-to-man, he gets open, he wins. I'm not sure why we're crediting the quarterback. He's got jets.
And he's going to bring this one out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. 5-29. The offense changing the play. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Frazier again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
From midfield, looking for room. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Let's see if this rally can continue. A touchdown followed by the stop, and now they've got the ball back. Looking down the middle. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Quarterback moving. Throwing on the run. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some first downs and march down the field.
The dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on third down. Brown wants to pass. He's not afraid to go deep. A strike downfield. Into the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football. But here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a masterclass in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Wants to fire on second down. Finds the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Might be calling a hot route. On third and long, try to convert through the air. And the deflection by the defense brings up fourth down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Under fire. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on fourth down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
If you can't win it all, you might as well try to ruin things for your rival, and that's exactly what we've got working here. Brown will throw it. Scrambling away. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass.
And third down is money down. I got to have guys that come up big, and really nice job of understanding where I'm out on the field to make sure I keep that foot in bounds and get the big first down.
Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Release to the back. On target. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to throw again. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn! Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone.
Yeah, and I tell you what, great job by this offense, great execution. You drive down the field, you get the score. Now what's your two-point play? You practiced it all week. What's your go-to in this moment late in the fourth quarter when you need the two-point conversion?
They got the touchdown, but still a 2-point conversion short of tying it up late. Brown wants to pass. On the move to his left. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last touchdown drive tightened this one up, and we'll see what these guys can do coming down the stretch.
I wonder how much of that incompletion is due to the pass rush. That quarterback did not have a lot of time to throw that football. This offensive line is going to have to do a better job giving him time.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Handoff for Frazier. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Defense doing their job getting that last stop, and now 3rd in California. Not a lot of play calls to convert this, so defensively, let's get off the field now. The clock's running. We need to give it back to our offense with as much time as possible.
Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on 3rd and long. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. It'll be 3rd and long. Making side adjustments here. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. He tries to take the top off. Got it down the field. All out of space. He's at the touchdown Bulldogs. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. The Bulldogs answer right back with a score of their own. Needs this one to push the lead to a field goal. Smashes it through for the PAT. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it with a flair, a 77-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Richardson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. To the air on 1st down. He wants a big play here late. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter. And you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Brown will throw it. Pocket breaking down. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. Trying to take it back. The 20. Touchdown, Georgia. The defense gets it done with a huge interception return.
game-changing play for this defense, stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
How about that, guys? That's basically a 15-point swing. Defense gets a pick six, and then your offense gets the two-point conversion. Wow.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And I like where the quarterback got because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an incompletion.
Oh, look, Ma, one hand. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Looking for his man. Intercepted, number 19. Bringing it back. He's at the 10.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins champion.
Touchdown, Bulldog! And the punishment has been extended. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Brown wants to pass. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. Touchdown, Bulldog! A pick six! They extend this fourth-quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Richardson. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. They'll move the tight end. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Rush is on him. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
That's reeled in. It's Kane. Tackle is made at the 22, but a nice 10-yard pickup there.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Working that left side now. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Brown will throw it. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
And guys, I'm trying to find a way to be up here and be positive. And I guess here's how I'm going to be positive. At least the other team didn't catch it, because he's thrown it to the other team a lot today. It's been a struggle in the passing game. I'm not sure, guys, if it's not decision time to go to the other guy to see what he can do, because this passing attack has not been great.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they've dug their heel on the ground. They're able to...
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Now he's going to break the pocket. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Last pass falls incomplete, and that's going to do it. It is Georgia taking home the W in the Deep South's oldest rivalry. That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollock, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.